Today's recipe is cranberries in the snow.
Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today we're making a recipe called cranberries in the snow. This is a great recipe for any time of year, but right now it's Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, so I thought I'd share this quick little easy recipe on how to use fresh cranberries. And this is what you'll need to get for this recipe. You need the fresh cranberries from the produce section. And you can buy you a couple bags of these because you can take these cranberries and even freeze them just in their own bag. Put them in the freezer and you can have cranberries throughout the year or even make cranberries in the snow. So I'm going to turn around here today and I'm going to show you what you're going to need for this recipe to make cranberries in the snow. Okay, this is what you'll need for your cranberries in the snow recipe. You're going to need a fresh bag of cranberries from the produce section, 1 6-ounce box of jello. I went with the 2 because I couldn't find what I wanted, and I wanted to go with cherry because I can't find cranberry. So I went with the 3-ounce box because that's what I could find. As long as you get 6 ounces of jello, sugar, the fruit of your choice, pecans, and for the snow you'll need Cool Whip, a block of cream cheese, and some marshmallow fluff, and just a little bit of water for your recipe. It's that easy. So let's make cranberries in the snow. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just go through my cranberries and pick out any bad cranberries, and then we're going to wash them real good and drain the water off. But you want to pick out the bad ones. You don't want that in your cranberries in the snow recipe. But just look them real good and make sure there's not any bad ones in there and get them out. Now that we've washed our cranberries, we're going to put them in our pot that we've been letting heat up on the stove. And now to our fresh cranberries, we're going to add, just to get them started, 3/4 cup or even a 1/2 cup of water. And now we're just going to wait for them to heat up, and we want them to start cooking, and you want to hear those popping sounds going on with them busting and releasing all their good flavors. Now the lady I watched make this recipe, where I found it, she used like an instant pot, but I'm just cooking mine on the stove. And I'm just going to have it on like a medium heat. And you can hear, there they go. They're starting to pop. They're such a pretty red and like a wine color. And you can already smell them. My house is smelling just like fresh cranberry sauce. Okay, now you want to let these cook till they start getting real good and tender. So just put them on a low simmer and just let them be able to sit there and cook and release all their flavors. Okay, now I've got the cranberries how I want them, and I've left a few in there that's still like little whole cranberries. That way you'll get a taste of a cranberry. But now we're going to add the other ingredients to this part. Okay, now to this, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to add our 2 cups of water. And we're going to add 1 cup of white sugar. She said the recipe called for 1.5 cups, but she cut it back to 3/4. Now I'm going to use 1 cup. And now to that, we're going to add our jello. This is cherry. Now, like I said, if you find cranberry jello, you could use it, or you could use raspberry, or just whatever kind of jello you can find that you decide you want to try. And now we're just going to give that a mix. Oh, and that is smelling so good, y'all. And you just want to let that come to a little simmer. You don't have to boil it real hot. Just let it come to a simmer so that dissolves your sugar. And it's already hot from where we cooked our cranberries. Okay. Now we went with 2 cups of water because that's what my jello says. I used 2 boxes, so each one called for a cup. Read your directions on your jello, and if your jello was to need a little more water, just add it to it. Okay, all my sugar has dissolved, so now we're going to do the next step. We're going to go ahead now and take it off the heat because I've got my jello and sugar the way I want it. Check and make sure y'all can see. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our pecans. And you could use walnuts, or 1 cup of pineapple, drained. And we're going to add our 1 can of our mixed fruit. Now you could use, like I said, she used oranges. You can use any kind of fruit you like. I think this is like you're just experimenting with seeing what you like in your cranberries in the snow. Okay, and now to that, we're just going to put this in I've got a 10 by 13, and that's what we're going to try and see how it works. Okay, we're going to use our 10 by 13 glass dish. And she said that her recipe, where a lady had gave it to her, it says, do not grease your glass dish. You just pour your jello right in it. So that's what we're fixing to do. Okay, and now we're just going to give that a mix. Now that right there is already pretty. You could put this in the refrigerator and let that chill and your jello set up, and you could serve it just like this. But we're not doing this recipe without making the snow for our cranberries. Okay, y'all, we have our pan in our refrigerator and letting it chill. You got to chill it for at least 2 hours and let that jello sit up in our cranberries and our snow. All that jello and that fruit and those nuts smell so good mixed with those cranberries and that jello. So now we're going to make our snow part of the recipe. You'll be needing 8 ounces of Cool Whip, 8 ounces of marshmallow fluff, and 1 block of cream cheese. So let's get started, and we're going to make the snow. Okay, we're going to start by adding our block of softened cream cheese. And I'm going to go ahead first and start mixing that and getting that cream cheese softened up some. Before we add our Cool Whip and our fluff. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add the container of the Cool Whip. And we're going to add the whole 8-ounce container. And now we're going to add our marshmallow fluff. The whole container of this. And it looks like it'll be too much, but for that size glass dish, you'll have hopefully just the right amount of snow. Now we're just going to start blending this together. Let's make sure we get all the Cool Whip. Prop that up there. We're just making sure we get all our marshmallow fluff out of this jar. Boy, that marshmallow fluff is sticky. Now, if you have any little kids in the house, or even big kids, they might want to eat this off the blender. Okay, we just took it out from chilling. Now I'm going to start and put my snow on top of my cranberry mix. And I'm going to try to do it a little bit at a time. Okay. We're going to spread that a little. We're just going to start spreading that snow on top of our cranberry mix. Now we're just going to get all our snow leveled out. And y'all, look how pretty that cranberries in the snow looks. Now we're going to put a few little nuts on top to decorate, and we'll be done. Now this right here, I think too, if you had some like red sprinkles, especially if it was for Christmas, which this one's for Thanksgiving, you could even put you some red sprinkles on this. Okay, y'all, I hope y'all give this cranberries in the snow a try. I hope my family likes it. Do y'all want to surprise your family with a cranberries in the snow? Okay, y'all, I hope you like this recipe on cranberries in the snow. Maybe you can start trying it. This is our first time having it. I'll be making it again at Christmas because it looks delicious. And I hope tomorrow for Thanksgiving they love it. If you like our video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe if you hadn't already. And like always, thanks for watching. And oh yeah, go check out her channel. I shared it in the video of where I found this recipe. Thanks for watching.